Before news broke about Planned Parenthood and its alleged illegal sale of aborted baby parts, the Illinois Family Institute caught up with the Pro-Life Action League's 2015 Face the Truth tour. Like the shocking developments concerning Planned Parenthood, Face the Truth brings the reality of abortion to the public square, with volunteers lining busy streets holding large color photographs of aborted babies. IFI spoke with Eric Scheidler, the executive director of the Pro-Life Action League, at a Face the Truth stop in Westmont. What is the message of the Face the Truth tour?
It's very simple. This is what abortion really does to its unborn victims. You need to see this. You need to think about this. Think about it in your private life. Think about it in the way that you go and cast your vote on Election Day. Think about it when you're at your church and thinking about the kinds of things you should be involved in. Think about it with your charitable giving. Think about it with your volunteer work. The abortion issue impacts real human beings, tiny unborn children in their mother's wombs, and it brings tremendous shame and pain to those mothers and fathers who are involved with abortion. We're here to awaken the nation and change hearts and minds on this issue.
What about folks who cannot participate in the Face the Truth tour? What can they do to help stop abortion or at least help women in need?
Well, going out onto the street with the abortion victim photographs is just one of the many ways that we can get involved actively in the fight to save children from abortion. The number one most important thing to do is go out to the abortion clinics to pray and offer help to those women. So getting involved with prayer ministry at the abortion clinics, or even sidewalk counseling for those who are willing to take another step and be trained to offer that assistance. You can volunteer at a local pregnancy center. You can raise money for pro-life groups. You can contribute financially yourself to groups like the Pro-Life Action League and Illinois Family Institute and others that are doing this kind of work, fighting for the lives of these children, fighting for a return of respect for life in our culture. And of course, prayer. Prayer out at the abortion clinics, or prayer from home, prayer at your church for this ministry and for those who are actively involved in it. In many ways, every Christian should be involved in some way or another in this fight to save God's children.
You target the Chicago area. Why is that?
Well, the Pro-Life Action League is a national organization, but we're headquartered in Chicago. So one of our missions is to do pro-life activism as well as it can be done in the Chicago area. So from showing the victim photographs in the street, sidewalk counseling at the area abortion clinics, protesting Planned Parenthood and other abortion groups when they hold big gala fundraisers and the like. We're very active in Chicago, perfecting these pro-life methods so that we can transport them around the country so others can learn from the way we're doing things here in Chicago.
What kind of reactions do you generally get on the Face the Truth tour?
We get everything from people who are extremely angry. We've even had violent outbursts from time to time, people who've thrown things at volunteers. Thankfully, no very serious problems have happened in that regard. But we've also had extremely positive reactions. Some of the most moving are when someone comes up and tells you about how they saw one of these tours. They saw these abortion victim photographs maybe 3, maybe 4 years ago, and now in the backseat of their car is a little 2-year-old or 3-year-old who's alive today because an abortion appointment was canceled when they saw that sign from God they were praying for that said to them, don't go through with that choice, don't go through with abortion.
And while Mr. Scheidler and other activists work to protect life, there's a move in Congress to lift the Hyde Amendment. The federal law, named for the late Illinois U.S. Representative Henry Hyde, bans taxpayer funding of abortion. 4 Democratic members of the Illinois congressional delegation are co-sponsors of H.R. 2972, the Equal Access to Abortion Coverage in Healthcare Act.
I really call this the Planned Parenthood Welfare Act, because when that happens, Planned Parenthood will be able to up the price that they charge for an abortion because the federal government will be paying for it, or through the state governments, through Medicaid, will be paying for abortion. We're fighting this very hard. Fortunately, most of the American people are against taxpayer funding of abortion. We have a strong pro-life majority in Congress, so we're not really worried about this bill right now. Its real purpose is to rally the radical pro-abortion troops for the 2016 election. That's what it's there for. Fortunately, we have our own bills that are doing the same thing. The 20-week abortion ban, the Pain-Capable Unborn Child Protection Act, will not make it past, most likely not make it past even the Senate, certainly not past President Obama's desk. But it makes abortion an issue in 2016. It puts representatives on record. And for my money, we have the much stronger case. The vast majority of the American people are against late-term abortion. The vast majority of the American people are against taxpayer funding of abortion. So if they want to go into 2016 saying, we need to force people to pay for abortions. I'm happy to have them do that because I think it makes them look bad. We go into 2016 saying they're killing over 18,000 babies after 20 weeks gestation. These are children fully formed who can recognize their mother's voices, who respond to what their mommies and daddies, not their daddies, but what their mommies eat for dinner, who can feel excruciating pain when their bodies are ripped limb from limb by the abortion procedure. We have the people with us on this, so I'm optimistic about how things look politically for next year's major election.
Eric Scheidler, the executive director of the Chicago-based Pro-Life Action League. Democrat Dan Lipinski joined with 6 Republican members of the Illinois congressional delegation in helping to win U.S. House passage of the Pain-Capable Unborn Child Protection Act. For IllinoisFamily.org News, I'm Monty Larrick.